Hey, hello, Focus. Welcome. Happy Friday. Just gonna play some contracts today. Let's see if there's anything new. Probably not, because they're all on holiday over there. So, oh, there is new featured contracts. Nice. Okay. So that means I need to update my title. Featured contracts done. I didn't realize there were some new ones, so let's go. Yeah, let's start over here. No to tie-dye. Okay. Tie-dye. Okay. Stirred, not shaken. Oh, that's part 2 of the featured contracts that are James Bond related. Okay. Let's see. Known drug smuggler Torres Piombo is in the process of acquiring an extremely dangerous substance from a plant native to Ambrose Island. He is scheduled to deliver to Mr. Safin, who, according to British intelligence, intends to create a toxic bioweapon with it. As such, MI6 issued a new no-tie-dye policy. You are to launch an assault on the malicious jungle encampment, eliminate a mule as well as 2 soldiers assigned to protect Piombo. Magic Dave made this. Okay. Let's see. Fiber wire. Okay, let's plan for that. Fiber wire. Melly. What shall we do? Red tie. Okay. And then assault rifle for the others. In any disguise. So. Wait, what? I didn't even know he was here. Do I? Oh, he is sleeping. Yeah. Okay. So, we're starting at the shrine. Okay. And then maybe make the dude go to sleep. Because if I smuggle... do this. Wonder if I'll need anything else, but let's start over here. Let's see. Turn it down a smidgen. He's sleeping under the durians, right? Torres. Yeah, it's you. Okay.
Hey, are you into biochemistry?
No, I'm not. Okay. You. Wake up. I said wake up.
What? Help! Help me!
Assault rifle over there. Where's the other one? Wait, what? Greetings and salutations. Hey, Canadian Nature, welcome. Happy Friday. So maybe it's not the best thing to start over here. Because he is in the village. And he is in the colonial ruins with an assault rifle. Replan mission, okay. Let's start, not over here, but start in the central hub. And then, give me a second. Close that off. Okay. And close this. Okay. Let's take a container. It's nice for a pirate. gonna bring my own assault rifle so it can be silenced. Assault rifle, this one. Fully automatic. I want one that is single shot. Semi-automatic, okay, that's good. Take that one. Okay. Yeah, Canadianator, welcome. It is, I have a new featured contracts. I did not know they were live, so yeah, we are doing the featured contracts today.
The second you see that tower light up, you radio me.
Oh, there's lots to
Aka's
it.
not gonna get any friendlier if she calls a meeting and I keep her waiting. Yes, sir. Understood. Good.
Oh, it's you. Okay. It's always a pain in the ass to get this dude. Oh. I think the problem is she can see that. Yeah. He has eyes on that.
Command, thought I heard something. Checking it out, over.
Checking it out, over. Okay. You go in there, and I follow you.
Come on. Really? Oh.
Hey!
Why are you in here? Okay, so I need to draw him further in. And I think she came in because he yelled out. So, okay. Let go, please. Thank you.
The second you see that tower light up. Got it? Aka's not gonna get any friendlier if she calls a meeting and I keep
Aka's not get any friendlier. Let's turn this noise off, shall we?
I'll have a look. Stay here. Have a cigarette or something.
Okay, but be careful. Cuidado.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god!
Could use this. Okay. Now we can go into the jungle, get Mr. Piombo. He's up. He's walking there. He's over there.
Hello there, sir.
I just want to go again. Discover that special Vulcan freedom we had as kids.
I don't know how our parents can give that up.
Oh, right. It's too high to throw this up there, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll go around the long way. Let's go this way. Because then he's right over there. Yes.
Hey.
Wow.
Okay. I think the problem is he comes here, so let's drag his ass off. Most of Twitch right now is AC Black Flag or Pearl World. Oh, has Pearl World been... has Black Flag been released? It's the remake, right? Or the whatever it is, the HD... whatever. Yeah, the remaster, yeah. And the 1.0 for Pearl World today. Okay. Okay, so the fact that he is away is good for me. Oh, any disguise, right? Right. There we go.
Say what?
Man, I've heard something weird.
He's gonna see that dude. And then he's gonna go to him, and then I can just shoot him in the ass.
Command! Okay, there's a naked male here. Very dead.
He's not dead, he is... He's just unconscious, dude. Okay. And now all we have to do is go to the exit. Oh. Okay. Go to the exit. They're so far away. So far away from me. I don't have the... Oh, and they're not gonna let me in. Okay. No. Come on.
It's just that I feel so stuck here. I think I was better suited for the Moken way.
You don't see anything, dude. There we go. Easy peasy. Very, very nice. I don't have much interest in Pal World and Black Flag, yeah. Maybe in the future someday, but not right now. 37 on the globals. Okay, I'll take it. Let's take a look at the cheater boards. Argus in 137. How even? Is there a spot where you... No. How? Oh well. Speedrunner, I am not. I don't know all the tricks and boosts and glitches to get to those guys quickly. Let's go to the next one. Contracts, freelance, and then Isle of Scale. Okay. Bloody eyes can't tell. Agent 47, I am hosting a small gathering and you are to be the guest of honor. I take pride in my parties as much as my work, as much as world domination is all the better with canapes. Naturally, your presence is not merely requested as it is expected. After all, a party is so dreadfully dull without its most prominent gatecrasher. Don't forget to try our best wine or it's absolutely to die for. Created by Switcher, okay. Small gathering, just 300 of my closest friends, yes. Okay, I've got to be in the suit. Okay. And then consumed poison. Okay, I'm gonna take a consumed poison. Poison. Ethos. Okay. Where the fuck is he? Any method. Okay, so I could take... taser. Oh, she also needs consumed poison. Okay. So I need 2 poisons. Let's take 2 poisons then. Or... Nah. Poison. Lethal pills. Okay. These are any method. Don't change your starting discussion. Okay, so I can't even... Ooh. Okay. That means either the harbor, the chapel, or the keep. The painter needs to get down from like this. Okay, we'll start in the harbor. Let's see. Let's take that one. Okay, let's try. Does one of the Washingtons drop a poison? I don't know. Could be. And I don't think I need to. Because in theory I could take 3 poisons if I smuggle one somewhere.
Are you excited? Oh, you're in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, one more I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see.
I don't
someone
have
in a
time for
hurry
your
to get
jibber
inside.
jabber.
Well,
I have things to do. I have people to kill. Oh, okay.
Hello there, sir.
Hello. Consume poison, okay. Who are you? Where are you drinking? Where is she drinking? Is this her glass?
It does add to the mood for sure.
Yeah, and they will
But I
see
think
that.
it's mostly about discretion. All it takes is one
And I
joke to
think
run
he
his
drinks
mouth
from
and
this
push the
one.
butt end of a
How the hell
Sure, but
am
what
I
about all the
gonna...
servants? Their wants are modest. Just pay their kids.
Let's see if they are consuming anything in here. Is there anything to consume in here? This, but... Where does he go?
Welcome, sir. I take it this is your first gathering?
Hello, sir.
Would you like to know more about the Stronghold product line?
I can talk to her?
Yes.
The Stronghold series is our original and most popular initiative. Bright and spacious, our underground
actually
shelters
never
are a
talked
far
to her.
cry from the crude and utilitarian nuclear bunkers of the past. Situated 40 feet below the frozen tundra on Svalbard, able to resist all but direct meteor strike, the Stronghold Hive system features a public area, complete with bars and restaurants, a movie theater, and even an exercise stadium. Should I go on?
No. Okay, so he's drinking from this glass, but if I poison this... Oh. Huh? That's her glass. Where is he drinking then?
I'd say we're off to a good start.
Sir?
So this damn yoga bitch has got him running and cycling and doing sit-ups and
I do this, I'm spotted, right? Yeah. So I gotta find some way to distract them. Maybe I need to cause a panic here. Get everyone out or something, and then because I cannot change.
Ah, one more I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside.
Yes, yes, hurry, hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. What if you start in the start the fire in the money pit? Does that draw a bunch of people up? Maybe, but am I allowed to do this in this outfit? Okay, where is the other one? What is he drinking? I want to see which one is his glass. Because it's clear that she takes the left one of this one. Or this one at least.
Maybe. It does
Hello
add
there,
to
sir.
the mood for sure. But I figure it's mostly about
Let's see what he does. Because if I know, I can just cause a panic here.
all the servants.
If I ever apply for senior status, I'll be
You can start the fire by shooting the inside of the rim. Oh, okay. And then everybody goes there, probably. Yeah, that could be an option. I do need to know which where he goes. But for me to shoot it, I need to be up there. Otherwise, I'm spotted, of course. Okay. Show me, sir. What are you drinking? Oh, this one? Ah, okay. Fuck. Need to go higher. Oh. Oh shit. I've got a trank on me, a seeker on me, not a regular gun. So, ribs for her pleasure. But I know now which things to burn. Hopefully that doesn't take forever to get there. For them to get back.
one more, I see. Won't you join us? I
No,
see
no,
someone's
no.
in a hurry to get
I have no time for you, sir. Hello. Hello. Evening. Evening.
One of those Soviet survivors.
Up. Okay.
Command! Anybody there? Oh, come here! Never seen anything like this. Eat it! Eat it!
Please help me.
Oh, dude, copy. Copy. Move to better position.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, maybe I just go here and throw this in. Okay. But yeah, shooting the inside of the rim doesn't work. Shooting the money doesn't work. So, yeah.
One more, I see. Won't you join us? I see
Huh?
someone's in a hurry to
I
get
see someone's in a hurry. Huh? Let's see if they are suspicious of me throwing the stick in.
the other day.
Okay.
Have
a good evening, sir.
Whoa.
Well, that's the money burning. And that doesn't get them anywhere. It doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's cause some chaos.
Ah, yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairmen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony scheduled to take place in the upper court.
She's too close.
Hello? I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your evening. The bar is right up ahead.
I need help! Someone! Come on, I need help right now!
What's going on here? Something just Let's move.
Just want to see if they are leaving.
Excuse me, sir. Do you need me to call someone?
Hey, you there!
Right, some kind of troublemaker?
Well,
Come in, come on.
everybody is leaving. They're still looking at me. For some reason they all know it was me.
Working on it, so for now.
Okay, so burning the money doesn't work. At least it doesn't lure them over.
One more, I see. Won't you join us?
I
see
can
someone's
change
coming.
outfits. Because then I'm instantly failed. I also can't poison their drinks directly. Because the people are looking.
As our patrons, you are welcome to explore the castle grounds. However,
Evening, sir.
I don't mind him seeing other women, honestly.
Oh.
Excuse me? Oh, so you're a real badass because you throw trash on the
Well
ground,
said.
huh? In my eyes, you're such a loser.
Fuck. Am I able to see that from there? I didn't calculate, take into my calculations the stairs that is there.
what else? Yes. Zoe Washington, one of our newly appointed chairmen, has prepared a brand new official ceremony scheduled to take place in the upper courtyard. Go! Rebirth and the enduring spirit of mankind. I believe that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy your evening. The bar is right up ahead.
Oh, God. What's going on?
Negative command. Got nothing so far.
His thing is gone and they're not away.
Find the perp. Roger that.
Lady also... Oh, it's this drink.
Hey, who are you? Who does this guy think he is? Hello? What is his problem? You need to stop, right now. I have no more patience with you. I don't...
Oh, what the hell? It's a big fist fight. Huh? Over there! Flush him out!
No, that doesn't count as a...
There he is! I see him!
Because, and emetic doesn't count anyway because they need to die from it and not just puke it.
Give him all you got!
Huh. I don't see any clues in the briefing. I can make them sick, but that doesn't help, I think. Because unless I can make them go somewhere else where they are going to drink, but I doubt that's the case. These NPCs are basically locked in where they need to be. Or at least they will return. If they're spooked, they will return to their same place.
Drilling a tunnel into the center of the earthquake. I'm not kidding. I actually believe it might be hollow. They're living dinosaurs.
Crap, I can't see the... I was hoping I could see the thing from here. This thing.
Okay. What do you think that noise was? Go have a look.
I hear you.
What the hell? Command, I have nothing to report from my...
Come on, come in. You copy? Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, alright, just a bit more calibration. Should be able to spot anything.
You can't be here. Hold it. Don't move. Do not move another muscle.
Fuck.
I'm gonna take you down.
Lost visual on the perpetrator. You got him?
Lost sight 2. Lost sight 2. Where is he?
Damn it, he's gone.
Was that command?
Let's just assume this went right for a second. I could have gone down this ladder.
Hey, calm down. What happened? Tell me.
Okay, shit. This just got
Hey, you!
I hate the idea of a bug. Tell me what it looks like.
Affirmative.
What's going on here? What happened?
Everybody's
Don't
panicking.
try to mess with me. Get your
How the
ass
hell
out
did he
here, nice and
swoosh me?
quiet. Hey,
Oh, what? Why is he up? Why is he question marking stuff? Oh, he heard that. He's on his way up. Ah, fuck it. Let's just restart, shall we? I could start in the keep. Or in the thing upstairs. Because I do think I can I think I can. That's... Can I see that from here? No, you can't. Okay.
Ah, one more I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside.
I see someone's in a hurry to get inside. Well, this is interesting.
I realize I know one of you guys. I worked on his security detail a few years ago. If something comes up, pulls down this mask and says hello. This fucker is building his own spaceship.
I worked for this Go see what that was.
Copy that.
Okay. Okay, what if I take this?
What?
Got some strange noises here.
Heard something weird. We need to figure out what caused that explosion. Let's move out. Roger. Right up. Copy that.
Oh, that's not a box I can put him in. Okay, out of sight a little bit. Okay, let's get his gun. That there. What can we do to get the people out of there? If I blow that up, the dude will be gone, will be dead. That's not something I need or want. Same thing here. If I blow up this thing, people will die. Where does she go? All the way over there. If I was allowed to change, I could change into a thing and serve him maybe some poison. But if I could change, I could even just poison their drinks. That doesn't do much for me. So I mainly, when I try to poison her drink, This is over there. I mainly caught because of these two. So if I can make them look or the other way or go away. And what about this one? He will see. And maybe he will see, they will see that.
Lucky they have me around to sort these things out. This island probably Frankly, these cameras are so sensitive that they'll pick up the battery coverage. I'm not sure we need that kind of data.
Yeah, he doesn't consume anything in there. She only consumes that.
Sir?
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Anime Racer. Welcome. Happy Friday.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty.
See, he sees me do it, and they see me do it.
This whole gothic crypt vibe.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
If I blow this up, they will die. If I blow this up, they will die. If I blow this up, he will die. She's all the way over here.
I got one of those new Picasso-style bunkers in Svalbard. Let me give you
How the hell am I supposed to do this? See, if I was allowed behind the bar, which I am not, probably. Yeah, I'm not. Then I could poison that and serve it to them. But since I'm not allowed to change, and I gotta be in the suit, that's annoying.
Hey, be careful, will you?
Australian finger lime.
See, which suit did this one use? Just the, it's that one, okay.
Mandarin. Not a problem.
it look exactly like
Yeah, and if I poison this one, he will see. He will see.
Yeah, that sounds like
They will see. Everybody will see. It's gotta be consumed poison, so I cannot even lure him somewhere to poke him with a lethal needle. And same for her, right? Yeah, she's also consumed poison. I have no idea. Is there like a fire alarm somewhere I can pull?
Welcome, sir. I take it this is your first gathering? Would you like to know more about the Stronghold product line?
Would you like to know more? Okay, so there is a fire alarm. I just need one where they can see me pulling it. No. Push button.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah. That changes the thing.
Fellow Archeans, can I have your attention, please? Now that everybody's here, we're ready to proceed. Please make your way to the upper courtyard. The ceremony is about to begin.
Oh, everybody's leaving. They're starting the ceremony. Is there a way to start to hasten that?
What about this freezing cold? Are you planning to do anything about that? When I pay this amount of money, I expect 8.
Or is this just a waiting game, waiting for everybody to piss off? Oh, he's here. They're leaving. He's still here. Oh, we lost a few people.
I mean, show a little respect, right?
They are still here.
And of course, it has to be
Hey, Uglipsana. Are you from the Netherlands? Yes, I am Dutch.
Might help.
Yes, I am.
My businesses are just too much work to worry about having a man in my life. It's terrible, but I feel like it's a waste of time.
You know, I wish I could like
All I think about is China.
take a bottle, poison it, and then just fill up their glasses or something. I'm not allowed, and they are still here. And everybody left. Oh yeah, I was looking for a fire alarm I can pull. Maybe in here.
Glad it's not me this year, chasing tokens around like a sucker.
I don't know. Looks kind of fun. Like Final Club all over again. How does it work?
The tokens are hidden throughout the castle, you know, like out of reach places like the rampart.
Over here.
The second you said
But they will see that. Okay.
Wow.
Not a dark member.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there's no...
Well, back to my usual boring existence.
Back to my usual boring existence. No fire alarm in here. Okay. Whoop.
Hardcore. This takes the cake.
Okay.
Count me out.
Problem is, if I pull it here, they will see. You will see, probably.
Say what? You know, it's not appropriate to throw things.
You bitch. What's this then? This is a toilet. Why isn't there a fire alarm in here?
Hello? Is anyone there? Who made that sound?
Oh, fuck me. Is there a box here? Yeah.
I am.
I will make room. You here. What's with the noise? The noise is a bit fucked up, but okay.
Can you go have a look?
Do I have something? Yeah, I have a whomping stick. Bonk. Now they will see.
They never really.
She will see.
They're afraid people might spill things.
God damn it. A lot of people have gone, but these bastards are still there.
Having a good time?
Oh, he's there. Well, there's not many other people around. Oh, this is not the fire alarm. This is the fire alarm. And I guess... Oh, this is not the door I wanted or needed.
Command! Command, you there? Got reports of trouble in the neighborhood.
Will you people please piss off?
Command, I've arrived at the location and it looks clear. Back to smoking and joking. Over.
Back to smoking and joking. Over. What the fuck?
Spread out!
Search formations!
Was that command? Okay, continuing search. I'm sorry, you have to leave. We have a possible threat on our hands. No need to be alarmed.
So they went nowhere. How much do you think the guards get paid monthly? I don't know. Depends on the country this is under. Guards are usually underpaid. If I pull this now, I'm guessing he will see that. Or no.
What happened?
Move away, please. Will you people just fuck off?
Nothing tangible yet. Still looking. Will do. Out.
Oh my God! Get help! Hey, what's going on?
It seems like some bad stuff's going down.
Why can I not poison her this glass?
I'll leave it to the pros.
See, now I can blend in, but I cannot poison her glass. And he's standing right here. And his glass is gone. Aw, man.
Command, I have nothing to report from my current location. Over. Please leave the area. Possible protocol violation. That means leave the area in an orderly manner. Thank you. What's that, command? Okay, continuing search.
See, now I can't do anything.
He has to be. Find him. Oh, what kind?
Did she take her glass with her and he also, or what happened? I also know that if they are drinking and they get spooked, they drop the glass and then
disturbances, and we need you folks to
you're
vacate
just
the area
fucked.
immediately.
Listen, someone.
The accent is so recognizable. Yeah. Since when are you playing Hitman Wawa?
Okay, leave it to the pros.
Well, since I started with Hitman 2. So there's not the 2016 one, but the one after that. And I've been playing ever since, actually. So yeah, I bought the upgrade that came with it.
Hey, you there.
Oh.
Yeah, you. Fishy fella.
Nothing.
Right in the head. Have you completely lost contact? Fire!
I have no idea how to approach this. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Game modes. Otherwise I'll just be boring you guys with for the next 2 hours with this one. Let's go to Darkmoor. Falling sky. Skyfall. A knife and a gun. It's not exactly Christmas, is it? Were you expecting an exploding duck? We don't really go for that anymore. Oh, but purple. Okay. Oh, this is Purple's batch, I think. Pistol and folding knife. Why is she so far up? Okay, did she get launched or something? Let's see. Pistol, folding knife, tools. No, melee. I have a folding knife somewhere. Blunt knife. Let's see. Ancestral. Did I get past it? Hobby knife. Do I need to get that from the? I thought folding knife was an unlock. I know there's one near the water well. The question is which is closer, this or this? I'm just gonna start here. Folding knife. So no. Say no. Just in case. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, she's all the way up there. That I didn't expect. Okay.
I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Madame Carlyle. Yeah, that's the photographer. He's over there.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. And that's a
Rosie thinks he's in love with young Patrick. Okay, so here's the folding knife. Yeah. Oh, while we're at it, might as well take the coins.
We'll all need a vacation when this is over.
I'll need a vacation when this is over. Was there a way up from here?
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this town. Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me that she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was going to read into them and freak out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did it for us.
Huh?
That American lawyer in there.
This is what I mean.
Upstairs, so I gotta get upstairs. I gotta be in a suit, right?
You want to check on that undertaker, sir? I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive. I consider the fact that unfortunately two routes to get inside the house unseen.
You know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Oh?
What was that?
Excuse me?
Copy that.
Whoa. Got some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Oh, now Carlisle is coming.
Got it.
Christ!
I got nothing here. Sir,
Fuck me. can get to it from the other side. Replan. So I'm gonna start over here, because then it's easier to get all the way to the top. To the bottom, to the top. Okay. Let's get that out. I don't. Oh no! I do need that. I don't need this. Oh. They're gonna see, and I don't want them to be unpredictable. Get rid of that.
I doubt that's true, though. No, he was here when the safe in Madame Carlyle's office was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bolts from the floor to complain about that.
Okay. This will get me up and over. Let's go the safe route. Yeah, hanging on your fingers and going around corners is faster, but yeah, I'll just do it like this. Okay, so climb up the pipe. Right, yeah, we need to be up here. Or maybe let's avoid that room. Go here. Watch out for the smoker.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I've spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
Okay. Madam Carlyle is in here, so just give it a minute. I can also get out there, get down there.
You think it was a suicide?
I don't know.
Let's put her in the box. Okay. She was the pistol, right? Yeah. Okay, let's get you out of the way. Don't think anybody comes in here anyway, so... And then we need to get... This is the side, so it's over there. I thought I could just go over the side here. Oh yeah, I can. This is faster than shuffling all the way to the edge to this thing. It doesn't say I can't change my suit, so when I get out I can just change suits, right? Nothing that way.
What the?
Whatever.
Oh, fuck. Get these two jokers.
Hotel booked. Car packed, all ready to go when I got the call. The wife had tears in her eyes. But you don't say no to Madame Carlisle.
Maybe someone should. This whole fake funeral tomorrow is taking it a bit far. I'm glad I'm not one of her kids. They have to pretend their mother is dead in front of a lot of people.
I thought you were kidding when you told me. Steve says the Undertaker is having a fit. He'd have even...
Come on, move your asses. Stop yapping. Okay, he's not coming back. He's looking the other way. Good, good, good. Okay. Oh, these two bozos? Oh, I thought that was the other two. Okay.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
And that's simply not the case, is it? Ultimately,
Simply not the case, is it? Oh fuck, I didn't get the folding knife.
And if you're just joining us, we're here with celebrity drama expert
Fuck.
and vlogger Price Chamberlain. Price, I'm very aware of your feelings about Dylan Stack, both his music and his personal life.
Huh? Jesus, who's breaking stuff?
Who is breaking stuff? Oh, crap. Okay, folding knife. Konnichiwa. And they're gonna stand over there for half an hour. Okay. Oh, now I gotta get back to this Joker. Oh, but I do have my Seeker.
What a marriage. Splendid dynamics.
Okay. Since I was sick, he doesn't give a shit.
Hey. Like a puppy tumbling off a chair. Not to get too
Like a puppy tumbling off a chair.
But what if we were talking about your kid?
Who's trying to break my
Would
balls?
that change?
Just trying to break my balls here, man.
It's hard to say, isn't it? I suppose I'd be more inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt. But the disappointment would be a big factor too.
Think about it.
And off.
Let's just get him out of the way, shall we? Okay. At least I can run around here now. Let's see if we can't get the...
It feels like I can't breathe in there.
feels like I can't breathe in there. Let's see, there's a crowbar here somewhere.
Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure.
But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things will be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay, but Emma was sure Emma would throw him out.
Okay. This took far longer than I was hoping for, but okay. I'm sure somebody boosts up there, gets in there, and then kills the other dude in like 47 seconds. Maybe 147. I'm looking at you, Argus. Okay. Oh, there's a thrown weapon. Why didn't you guys tell me? Oh, man. Thrown weapon. Okay. Replan. Okay, so I'm starting at the back, getting him first. Oh, but I need to get the folding knife. Fuck me. New shit FCs are out? Yeah. Hey Arna. Happy Friday, man. Was the folding knife unlockable or something? I'm pretty sure. But for some reason... I have the blunt knife, which is a folding knife. Burial dagger. I have to get it from the map. Ice pick, jade dagger. Kukri for dental. Fuck. I'll just start here. You go fetch the folding knife. Okay.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things will be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay, but Emma was sure Emma would throw him out.
Okay, these two jokers are here.
Wow. Mary is so upset. And she's never seen a dead body before.
Oh, she's never seen a dead body before, yeah. How many people can say they have seen a dead body before? Well, I can, but yeah. Okay, dude, piss off. Pure, well, I am doing well. Yes, yes. Recently acquired a new bike, so motorcycle. I'm happy. Okay.
Very many on call for a pretend funeral.
Hey, you! This is a restricted area!
Extraordinary times at
What is wrong with you? That can cause serious
Oh my...
Fuckers. Fuck. Here we go again.
We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day!
My brain is big and smart.
Ah, must have been nothing. Okay. Go. Go, 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 go. This, these two. Okay. Ah, they don't hear that. Bit of a shame. Oh well, I can do this. Right, right.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any extra fuses.
Hey,
Ethel
break
looks
it, you
everywhere.
You've got to be kidding me.
This past weekend during her appearance at the annual Mark Gomez Foundation fundraiser in Paris. The starlet was snapped stalking the red carpet.
Folding knife. Throw it this time.
Someone should tell Tamsin that a charity event to benefit war orphans isn't
Tamsin.
something you should come in costume for.
Well, that's a British name if I ever heard one.
Well, once again, I'm here with Price.
And it's off.
Okay. Put your ass in the box. Now I need to get upstairs.
I could have sworn. Okay.
Hotel booked.
Okay.
Car back, all ready to go when I got the call.
Bum, 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 bum.
Don't say no to Madam Carlisle.
Unicorn head, horn.
All of you in today. I've never
Let's see. What was the best way to get up there? Other side, right?
It's absolutely bonkers if you ask me. Imagine the headline. Alexis
It's absolutely bonkers if you ask me.
own funeral from office window. That story would make me rich.
Not funny, Matt. If anyone hears you.
See, I go down there and then... Oh, there, okay. Here it is. Okay. Do 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 do. Whoa. Sorry, that was a bit weird. Okay, going up.
So swollen, it didn't even look like Zachary. I've never seen a dead body before.
It must have been awful. Do you think it was a suicide?
Okay. Got her. Okay. Okay. Maybe you can lure her outside by shooting the window or something, but yeah. Okay, so... Okay, she doesn't like me, but that doesn't matter because I'm out of here. Ah! I'll take this way, thank you very much.
Hey, busboy, what are you up to?
Danger on contact! Yeah.
Fucking Fernsby, man! You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh my god. Can I go through the garden here, maybe? I don't have to go all the way around.
Bad news, I'm afraid.
What was that?
We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
Okay. Okay, no. Hey, Corrido, welcome. Happy Friday. I'm playing the new featured contracts. I already gave up on one because I have no idea on how to do that one. It's my third now, I think. So yeah. Uh-huh.
I'll finish setting up. Good. Oh, I don't think this is good at all.
I don't think this is good at all.
That's a good plan.
Hey, Factor 2. I just think we've heard this song before, Jim.
Okay. Folding knife.
Alright, we've had a lot of hard ones today, so here's a soft one. It's week 2 of the Royal Family's tour of Commonwealth nations, and there have been
Royal Family's Tour of Commonwealth Nations.
I've been such a fan for years, and I should take my opinion with a grain of salt, but I just can't muster the outrage. If anything, I think I find the whole affair rather endearing. Like a puppy tumbling off a chair.
Okay. That's done. So let's see, what was the best way to get around? Because I need to be here, so yeah, I'm gonna go that way. Yo, go check that out, will you? Just want to make sure he doesn't turn around.
What? What in the...
Excuse me!
Fuck! Ooh! It's just me wanting to go fast. And then I'm starting to make mistakes.
Bad news, I'm afraid. have any extra fuses. Ethel looks everywhere. Got
Okay. They should be about to turn around. Yes, there they go. And go.
Hey, you! This is a restrict. Oh!
Crap! Oh. I am doing so crap. Come on. Okay. Oh, I could have gone the other way, I guess, but it is what it is.
Bad news, I'm afraid. Jesus. We don't have any extra fuses. Ethel looks everywhere. What?
What? Oh, she's coming out to look. Ah. Okay. Folding knife. Okay. Get rid of the butler that's smoking.
I feel horrible.
Okay. Turn on the radio. Turn on the radio.
Not to get too personal.
Folding
If we were
knife,
talking
yes.
about your kid here, I mean, would that change anything? For me? Well, it's hard to say, isn't it? I suppose I'd be more inclined to give them the benefit of the doubt. But the disappointment would be a bit
Okay, come on, dude.
Think about it this way. No one's losing work over this. No one's losing buzz. Might seem cynical, but any press is good press. It's a fact.
Any press is good press. That's a fact. Is it though?
Oh, you need to change your grollies after that.
Okay, they're going this way.
Oh. Yeah, me here. Checking out a strange sound. Over.
Huh? You want to have a look?
I hear you. You can't be here. That's it. Stop right there.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was
I'm
pretty
really
dull.
starting to hate
Bad.
this
It was awful.
this map.
Hey, boo!
Oh, this way.
Hello there.
Which mission are you doing? Hey, Agent Numbers. This is one of the featured contracts I am trying to do.
Bad news, I'm afraid. have any extra fuses.
Hey,
Ethel looks
breaking you by.
everywhere.
You've got to be kidding.
Okay.
And yeah, it's breaking me at the moment. it's a simple one basically, but I'm just messing it up. Just keep messing it up. So yeah, I gotta kill these two. This is a folding knife. That's what you just saw me do, I think. And she is all the way upstairs in Madame Carlisle's bedroom. And yeah, I gotta pick up the folding knife, so that's why I'm going here. But yeah, this is basically me making mistakes because I'm getting frustrated a bit, and then I'm trying to go fast, and then I am just basically shooting myself in the foot. That's always what happens.
Oh boy. Oh boy, this is bad. Oh God, I feel sick.
Oh God, I feel sick. Whoop. Turn on the radio. This will bring in the photographer. Get out the folding knife, because I gotta kill him with the thrown folding knife. That's why I was going there.
So annoying.
That is so annoying.
Chamberlain, where do you weigh in on this one, Price?
Oh, he's coming this way. That's interesting.
Something my mother used to tell me. She'd say that money can be the walls of your house, but can never be the foundation.
Okay.
The foundation will always be your reputation.
Hey, Potif.
You can only get so far with one.
Welcome, welcome.
You need both to build something that stands.
Potit. Sorry.
Interesting.
Okay.
Is working out for you?
Okay, he's sick. Let's make him look the other way.
Say what? Yeah, Commander, some kind of commotion down here. Have a look around.
Huh?
Okay.
We might have a possible disturbance. I'm moving to investigate. We'll keep you posted. I wonder what that could be.
Okay. Okay. I need to go there.
I think so. A funeral is a big event. A lot of important people will be here.
And the woman isn't even dead.
Yeah, she's turning around. He's turning around. Okay. And then book it. Okay. Up here. Okay. I need to go up there. Oh, there she is. Okay. Caw-caw. Okay. Didn't pick up the no. Okay. Now put her here. Okay. Now, grab your ass. Gonna put you here. I'm not taking any risk. I'm just putting him in all the way into the closet. What the hell is that? Oh, that's scissors. Okay. Okay, outfit, please. What's this enemy? He doesn't like me. Okay. Miss Carlisle is coming up. Oh. We'll just wait for her to pass. Nose up high. Sorry, I was cleaning the inside of the closet, ma'am. Oh, no, 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 no. Just looking out for Fernsby, he's right there. 100 meters. Yeah, this is closer. Okay, we're out. We're out. We're gonna make it. Yeah, see, they are okay with me. There we go. Finally. Okay, meanwhile, I'm gonna pour myself a drink. I will be right back. Okay. Right. Now we're okay. 709. Let's see how Argus did. 119. Are you kidding me, man? I suspect he's using boosts to get up there. Like a violin boost or something to with a reaching charge to get up on the roof or something, and then walks down to get her, and then somehow getting down fast. I don't know. I don't know the things he does or how he does it. Okay. Next. Let's see. Contracts, freelancer, no, featured. Let's see, where are we going? Sapienza, okay. Quandrio Solis. The longest day of the year. The sun is still not set in Sapienza, yet despite the lovely weather, we have a dilemma. We have tracked the mysterious eco-mogul Mr. Green to this location. We believe he is here to meet with a disgraced quantum physicist specializing in solar energy. Our client has concerns about the direction of the company given the scientists associated with ether. It would be rash to engage directly at this stage. Eliminate Mr. Green's entourage and we will follow as he flees. This contract is made by Magic Dave. Okay. Any disguise, any disguise. Oh, we can only start here. Okay. Pistol, proxy taser. Oh, Well, this counts as an accident, right? Okay. Let's see. Let's see where they're at. Francesco Rettani. Riccardo Castagnetti. Okay, where are you jokers?
Mr. Aviati, look over
Over there.
Yes, wonderful. Great.
And
got
up
it.
there.
Love it, love it. You were a legend.
Crap.
Yes, perfect. Oh, you look fantastic, Mr. Aviati. Just a little bit to the left. Yes, right there. Hold it. Perfect. Love it. Hey, I need to take a leak.
I heard that. Need some help here. Hey, I think we got a serious problem. We need your help.
Relax. Take a deep breath and tell me what happened.
We got a psychopath on the loose.
Leave it to me. You stay put, all right?
We got trouble.
Okay, so this is annoying that he doesn't hear that.
Love it, love it. We're a legend. Do that again.
Da, 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 da.
Fantastic, Mr. Aviati. Just
Hey Jamie, welcome.
yes,
Happy
right there.
Friday, my friend.
Hey, I need to take a leak again.
What?
Great. Got it. Thank you.
Do me a favor. Would you go check that out? All right, already.
Why you?
Stay here. Be safe.
All right, okay.
Good.
Yes, sir. Copy here, sir. Don't be long.
I swear.
Oh, this one has to be an accident? Fuck. Crap. Oh, I've switched them around again. Okay, I will give him the taser. Take his outfit. That will probably allow me to go upstairs to the other dude. Let's see. Get the coin over here. Yoink.
Do that again. Yes, perfect. Okay, now look right into the camera. Right in. Yes. Perfect.
Hey, I need to take a leak again.
Perfect. Love it.
Wait here. If you hear trouble, run.
There goes the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood.
You gotta be kidding.
You gotta be kidding. Yeah, man, it's free X-ray day in Sapienza. And zap. Yeah, you did fine. No broken bones. Okay. Okay. We need to get up there. Can I get... Okay.
Give me the best.
Pistol. Okay.
Better check all the
Wait,
shops on the
why
way.
can't I
It's very
exit
important
there?
that Abiati talks to him, so that means every shop. Got it. All right.
Need some special keys for that.
I'm sure he's around here somewhere,
Buddha He's still looking for his boss. There we go. That was easy.
Looks like the whole house is locked down. No, I called.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
There we go. That was an easy one. Whose best is this one? It's the second one, so I think it's purple's. Yep, it's purple. It's the second batch of Stirred Not Shaken, the James Bond inspired contracts. Am I that slow? Friends. Marcus in 28 seconds. 28 seconds, how even? Okay, I can see how I can give the give him the thing. But how the hell are you gonna get to him in 28 seconds when he doesn't come out? Because if I throw the
What's the camera?
No. Do I know you?
I need some help here now.
crap.
Oh, it looks fantastic, Mr. Abiati. Just a little bit to the left. Yes, right there. Hold it.
God damn it.
Perfect. Love it. Mr. Abiati, look over here. Yes, wonderful. Great. Got it. Thank you. Okay, now right into the...
Sorry, but I don't know you. What are you up to? Hey, you. Stop.
And Argus was already out. How the fuck do you do this? Is there like a
Something serious is going on. A man with a weapon.
Tell me, who are we looking for?
He's white, bald.
I just saw this. Look, I'm a pest.
Don't save your ammo on this guy.
How the hell is he doing this in 28 seconds? You're fighting for number one? Well, no, not really. I just want to figure out how he does this so quickly because the dude upstairs is inside. Yeah, I'll show you. So this is the only place you can start, and this dude is inside there. So the question is, how the hell is he getting this dude?
Jesus, Eric! Someone, anyone! You gotta help me, please! Please, I got trouble!
And he isn't moving, and Argus was already out at this point, so how the fuck did he do this? Ignoring him. Then he's going here. Maybe he's using a boost up here to get up there so that he can get there. There's a way to get up there. If you, maybe he can boost from here to like this balcony or something, then you're still not where I need to be. I need to be here. Because the dude is all the way here. This is the dude. I have no idea. Probably a boost, yeah. And even then he'll have to has to boost here. Up here. Somehow, yeah. And I don't know how, so. Whatever, man. Game breakers. Featured. Okay, let's see. Where are we going in next? Another Sapienza? No. Hokkaido. Oh, I hate Hokkaido. New York. Let's go. Let's see what's going on in New York. Terrible news, Agent 47. An agent has been murdered and a classified report was taken from his body. An old friend accidentally purchased a stolen document, believing it to contain information about terrorists. In the meantime, a Swiss banker named Hunziker, a middleman in this affair, has offered to return his money. I want you to go to him, discover who killed our agent, and collect the money. Contract was created by the Elite Institute. Okay. Any disguise? Who's Baldy? Okay, so I suspect he's here. Explosive device, okay. Let's take that. Accident. Thrown weapon. Okay. Accident. Tools. Proxy taser, okay. Oh. No. Other. Thrown weapon. No. Fuck. Really. Let's see. Let's take the blunt knife. Yeah. I don't know why they like using glitches just for leaderboard. Yeah, I don't. I understand it, but I don't like to use glitches or use them or whatever. Okay, so it's him. Okay.
Have you seen Savalas down here recently?
Have you seen Savalas down here recently? So for the accident, I'm gonna use this propane tank over here.
No. The only reason she'd come down here would be if the stock crashed. Then
Okay, what was his thing again? Thrown weapon. Okay, so... How am I gonna get you in here?
Huh?
Yeah, we got these two bozos to deal with.
Please.
For sure.
Please. Yeah, and if I lure him over here and I kill him, these jokers will see.
Okay.
Which means I will probably have to make him sick. That's our accident dude, I suspect. Explosive device, yes. And the other one is, where is he?
No.
Over there.
I understand.
And he is... Accident.
Ask him why. Someone broke in and we're here to see if they stole.
Okay, let's see, smuggled item. I think I can... This is not where I wanted. thought I could stash something in this little room back here, but I guess I'm mistaken. So this is where the janitor is, yes. Waiting room, area, bathroom. Second floor bathroom. Oh, this is where Cokehead goes, right? Okay. What I want to put there is this. Okay. There's one trend I can't do. It involves a certain knife. I don't know if it's in the game's Swift knife. Forgot how to. Okay. Wonder which one that is. I'm looking at this one. This is an explosive device. Okay. That's you. Okay. Get rid of him. Are you kidding me? It went right between those things.
Oh yeah, I get it. Negative. We're good.
Okay, whatever.
Oh no, you don't.
Fuck. That wasn't my thing in here. Yeah, okay. Fine. Forget about the durian. I'll make it a seeker. It's one of the new contracts. Yeah, I'm playing one of those new contracts. We can take a look at the one you're referring to when I'm done with this one. Get rid of this dude. I don't need him to pounce all over my crime scene. Okay.
Oh. Yeah. I feel horrible.
That was explosive device, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hey, Igor. How the hell did she see that from all the way over there when I was here? Fuck me. Seriously, dude. Okay. Let's see where Cokehead is. Okay, he's over here.
Anything yet?
No, but I'm not even sure what we're looking for. I understand the task and why we're doing it. Someone broke in.
I understand the task and why we're doing it, but... Oh, normally he's on his way to the thing here. Poison the cocaine. With what? Don't have anything. Come on, dude. Oh yeah! Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Jonko security dongle.
It's time to get swifty.
Yeah, I still need to do that. Fuck me. What's up? Hey there. Yeah, I'm trying to plow my way through the
Find anything yet?
through the new featured
but I'm not
contracts.
even sure what we're looking for. I understand the task and why we're doing it. Someone broke in and we're going to see if they stole something, but we don't even have this to compare with.
I did mention to Man that it would be more beneficial to shut down the bank and do a full sweep, but he said no. My guess? There's some sensitive shit around here. What's going on? That's why he made us sign that 10-page NDA.
He's
Crap,
a dodgy bastard,
that is
isn't
so
he?
annoying.
Fuck me. Okay. Why is he suddenly all up in this? Oh, there he is. In this exposition shit. Close the door. Please, please no. Okay. Down the breaching charge. There we go. Seeker.
Okay, got it. Oh, I gotta hurl right. Jeez! Command!
Ah, fuck. That was too close. They heard it both and they started into... So he forgets he's sick. He suddenly isn't sick anymore. Is he coming? Yeah, he's coming. Oh. Okay. Put you in the box. I said put you in the box. Put the breaching charge here. Okay, we might as well do it like this. Bloop. Secure him. You gotta be kidding me, man. Why? He was looking the other way, and yet he's still alerted. Was I so close that he heard the puff from the air gun?
Find anything yet?
No, but I'm not even sure what we're looking for. I understand the task and why we're doing it. Someone broke in. We don't even have a master list to compare with.
I did mention to Man that it would be more
Didn't pick up the seeker.
no. My guess? There's huh? That's why he
Okay, Cokehead is coming. Hey Garfield, welcome. Happy Friday, man. Hope you're having a great day. I'm struggling through the new featured contracts. Okay. Weird. Let's go here, here.
Yeah, I don't feel so good.
Let's see, where do you go? Are you going to the same toilet?
Oh.
What was your thing? A thrown weapon. Alright.
Come on, are you just trying to get attention?
Okay. Okay. Pull the trigger on Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That didn't kill him? Fuck. So is he going to the other toilet? Okay, so I gotta put it on the floor.
Find anything yet?
No.
But I'm not even sure what we're looking for. I understand the task and why we're doing it. Someone broke in and we're here to see if they stole something. We don't even have a master list to compare with.
I did mention to man that it was more beneficial to shut down the bank.
Okay. Get the seeker. Now, Cokehead, maybe, please. Sometimes he goes there like the instant I pass by, and sometimes he's stuck in the exposition thing. But he's here now, so... Wait for him to pass this way. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Oh, this is good.
Got to place the breaching charge. There should be good. Okay.
Let me through. Black access to pay coming down and coming up.
Okay, let's get in here. There we go. Let's blow up this Joker. Okay, cool. Oh. Now we gotta kill him.
Have you seen Savalas down here recently?
She never comes down. She prefers to look over.
Let's go get the propane tank from here. There we go. Where the hell is he? All the way down there.
Hi, it's me. Yeah, it went really well.
Oh, Frank is right here. Wait. Oh, fuck. Frank, you bastard.
Hey, maintenance, have a look at the deposit box room camera. Broken one.
Am I allowed here?
Sorry, I just need to do a quick search if you want to get through.
The man is really
Just routine.
hands-on today. I've
How about no?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not allowed here?
On a strange sound. No, that's fading in the air. So I'm guessing Fred's being around too much to save the latest thing. But I don't know what they're working on.
Well, I guess if we need him, we just...
I guess I'll get your outfit then.
Who's there?
There we go. Okay. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, you're that dude.
The head of security.
Okay.
But I need my things in there.
Well, we'll be done before closing time. Again, I'm really sorry, but Perez keeps coming down here. I'm not taking any chances.
But he's not here now, and the camera looks broken. Who's gonna know?
Sorry, not on my watch. Talk to Perez if it's that important, but expect the big no.
Great, thanks for nothing.
Okay. He comes through this door, right? No, because... crap, this is not the...
You go and find out what that was.
Sure.
It's not that dude that comes in here, but disable security lock. That's the wrong dude that's coming. Yeah, okay. I can take his outfit anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Did I have room for a key card? Maybe. A red dude? Question mark dude? Okay. Give me that. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Okay. Let's turn that back on before people get suspicious. Okay, oh, was there a, perhaps, no. There's no car battery here, right? No. Oh, now he's in here. Bonk. I should have just tranked him. That would not be a problem. Because I took the trank. Oh shit. I forgot the keys. I forgot the keys. That's not a real big problem.
Remember that? Oh, 6,000.
Hey boys, yeah, it's terrible accident right there. Yeah. Better go clean it up. Wait, what? Look at the exit. Only one exit is available.
Sir, yes, sir.
Oh, is that the is it the stock exchange? Please tell me it's not the stock exchange. Where did I murder that dude? That was up here. No. Up there. Oh, and he doesn't like me. They don't like me. Why don't they like me? Oh, it's Frank. Of course he doesn't like me. Fuck me, man. In bed. It better be a red or green door.
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
I bet he's seen some action.
Yeah, I've seen some action, man. Seen a whole lot of action.
Yeah, poor guy. He did well for us. I mean, he closed the Berman account. The bank a cool 10 million.
Sell, sell, sell.
Hey, who are you? This guy's face ring any bells to you? 'Cause I'm not.
Yeah, see? Fuck. Hey, Shardy. And hello, Ebbe. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I need to jump out the window, of course. So, yeah. That's the exit. Okay, dude's coming here. So I'm early in his cycle. Oh, there he is. There we go. People need to put where the exits are more common. Yeah, but it's the it's annoying because it's a hidden exit, and people that don't know about these Easter egg exits, they're never gonna finish the. They won't be able to do this this contract, so that's a bit annoyance. Wait for him to go.
What?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Don't feel so good. Oh no! You don't look okay. Should I call an ambulance?
Oh, thrown weapon. I could have used this. So you can take. Okay. Okay.
Odd.
Get out of my way, dude. Oh, let's crash the while I'm here. Okay. Oh, wow.
She never comes down. She prefers to look over all of us from that watchtower of hers.
Oh, but now I have to replan. So I don't need this. So I can take a scrambler that will allow me to go into the security area and kill him. It's a bit of an annoyance that I have to do it like that, but okay. Okay. Put you in the box. Bum, 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 bum.
Is that? Oh, yeah. I feel horrible.
Reaching charge. No. I don't want to get into the box, man. Come on. Open the fucking door. Okay. Clip that into place. Okay. Wait for him to pass.
Huh? Okay.
Oh, fuck. You saw that.
Hey, you okay? Do you need help?
Okay, I'm not gonna shoot it. I'm just gonna do this. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Okay. Let's see. Okay, he's spewing.
Oh boy. This is bad. God, no. I feel sick. Well, there's no one looking.
Okay. Come on in, dudes. Come on in.
Felt like that yesterday.
I heard that, but it's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Make the exit available right at the start. Okay.
Have you seen Savalas down here recently?
She never comes down.
Get the propane tank. Is there another accident I could possibly use down there? Think about this.
Hi, it's me. Yeah, it went really well.
Get the. Ah! Frank. Okay.
Hey, maintenance, have a look at the deposit box room camera. Broken one.
Yeah, Perez brought someone down there himself. This man is really hands-on today. I've only seen him this proactive once before. You know, when we had the lobster. No.
Okay.
Man. Although I'm guessing Perez being around so much.
Shall I go get the just in case?
Sorry, but we gotta section off this area for now. If security suspects there may be something going on here.
But I need my things in there.
Well, we'll be done before closing. Again, I'm really
Oh
sorry.
crap.
Perez keeps coming down here. I'm not taking any chances by letting you in.
But he's not here now, and the camera looks broken. Who's gonna know?
Huh?
Sorry, not on my watch. Talk to Perez if it's that. Of course. Expect the
Okay, so now I gotta get up there again. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, exit is over there. Up there. Okay.
Can't believe it. I hit every quota they threw at me.
I hit every quota they threw at me. No.
Over an open fire.
Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Thank you.
So are we just supposed to let anyone from IT in there?
That's right. You know how crap this whole building is with the wireless, and how the director hates seeing cables anywhere?
Okay.
Get a router.
There we go. Done. Whee! You even hear the little whistle before it ends. There we go. That was It's kind of fun. "17 seconds, yeah, right. 122, man. Holy shit. Okay. Vroom Vroom is still your favorite exit? Yeah, on Colorado. The ET one is cool too, but Vroom Vroom is just funny. Time is it? 5. Okay, featured. Let's see. Hokkaido, Ambrose. I just did New York. Ambrose Island. Hokkaido. Okay, let's do Hokkaido. Falling object and electrocution. Okay. Optional, wear the suit. Okay. Electrocution. I'm gonna take a micro remote taser. Oh, is this... Oh, fuck. I hate this. I'm not a fan of Hokkaido in general, but this exit, and I gotta be in the suit, and I gotta sneak around like that. This is not going... I don't think I can do this. Oh, find the one that talked about the blade. Okay, so which one was that? Let's go look. The one with the blade. Okay, game modes, contracts. Let's see which one you mean. I'm sure it's on scale. This one is on scale. This is the only one on scale. Right? Yeah. The only one on scale, this one. And this one I don't know how to do, because I don't know how to poison their drinks without getting caught. I tried blowing stuff up so everybody flees, but they don't all flee. I've lit up the money, and they don't go. At one point in the game, everybody gets called in, but still the people watching the glasses don't leave. I can't change outfits, so I cannot change into a waiter to do it, and I can't start as a waiter because I gotta be in the suit. So this, I have no idea. I looked through the blade, but I couldn't find anywhere. For this one, you don't need a blade. It's any method, and consume poison. So there's no blade in this one. And that's the only way. Or do you mean this one, where you need the... no, not this one. This one then, Dartmoor, where you need the folding knife? Yeah, you said that contract was on scale, but there's only one on scale. The folding knife is if you go to the well on the side of the house. There's 3 coins. Oh, there's 2 coins in the well, and there's a folding knife sticking into the log that's right there. So if you go out the kitchen, you can go over the wall, and there's a water well there, and there's the folding knife is sticking into the log. Hey GTR, you want a tip? Yeah, sure. For this one, for these 2, because they don't go anywhere. They have only one glass they drink out of, and they don't eat. So yeah, if you have a tip on how to do this, that would be nice. In the meantime, I can show you Jamie. 2 poisonings. One guy throw a briefcase behind to distract the couple, then poison. 2 poisonings. One guy throw briefcase. Yeah, the couple that is that's there watching the one glass. Yeah. So the folding knife is right here. See that well? This is the folding knife. It's right there. So yeah. I gotta bring 2 poison so that fills out my loadout. So I can put one in a briefcase. Hey Ashley, welcome. What's up? I am trying to figure out some new featured contracts. For the woman, I had to secret the 2 people standing behind her. Okay. Yeah, it sounds very, very fiddly. Maybe I'll try that offline. But yeah, we were going to Hokkaido. So let's see how we can fare with this. Secret from the walkway above. Okay. Oh, from the kitchen to the upstairs. To where the harp player is. Does this dude come outside and smoke here or something? Fuck. These 2 are coming down, aren't they? Because if he goes here, I can just shoot there, drop this thing on his head. That should be okay. Okay, they're moving off for now. It's just a waiting game, isn't it? Waiting for him to come out. Oh, there he goes. There he doesn't go. Because, oh my god. The other one is electrocution. Where the hell is he? All the way down in the staff area. Doesn't say I can change. So probably when I kill him, I can swap outfits. Why isn't he coming outside? I thought he was going to... There's no falling objects in this room, right? No, that's all LED lightings and whatever. These 2 jokers are here. I'm guessing these 2 are close to getting back. Can't see them though. Can I open this? Fuck her. Oh, now he sits here, so if I try to lure him out... Oh my god, man! Fuck. Still a dude in here or no? No. Coin. Let's go see about this dude.
Say,
Oh my god. Yeah, he buy that game thing that play in the room. What? Is this wet enough?
Hey, you! Drop the bomb!
Suddenly it's Grand Central Station here. Okay, that works. Okay. Some shady contracts. Yeah, it is.
You gotta get Swifty.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Ashley.
Swifty in here.
Okay.
It's time to get Swifty.
Let's see if we can get this dude out because, yeah. Oh, doctors are still out here. Okay. Now he goes out there. I need this dude to move, and this dude to be the closest to the door. Then I can throw the... I can throw the can right there so that he's under this. And then hopefully... Oh. Come on, dude. Why are you all the way over there? Wonder where he goes when he's sick. Oh, he will probably go to the toilet somewhere over there.
Zulu, take point.
He's not coming. Why does it have to be this difficult? He heard that, but he's not coming outside for that. He's going the wrong way. Okay. Guess I'll get to the other annoying dude first. Let me see. What if I don't go in there? Or smuggled item. Fountain path. Why can't I? Why does it have to be all the way over here? Fuck it. Fuck it. This one. Okay. Coin. Let's see where he goes. He can't get here. Why is he going? Would that even work though, is the question. It does work, but where does he go? Because if he comes outside, then I can do something with that. But if he goes over there, he goes over there. No, he comes outside. Because, yeah, let's just say I succeeded. I could take him. Do this. And then just... Oh. So that could work. If I can catch him. Crap. Too late. Oh. Was I too late for this?
Time to man up. We got trouble. All right. Command. You there? This is... Hey, arsehole. You need to drop the gun. Understand? Don't say... Understood.
Oh, man. It suits only. I did play peekaboo with him. Well, yeah, but he doesn't really look at the door. That's a bit of the problem. I think I can, because he walks past the thing here. So maybe if I time it right, because he walks down past here and then over there. Yes. Got him.
Oh, my God. Okay,
Got him. Nice. Okay. Now the other Joker. Let's see. Pick up the coin that's in here. Never know if I'll need it. Then. Okay. What he found, that's fine. Oh. That is,
Huh? Huh. I didn't like the sound of that.
Shh.
You gotta be.
Hopefully he moves off. Yes. Wait, where's the coin?
Huh.
Yes. Oh, there's a box right here. Drop it. Okay. Don't know if somebody comes in here, but yeah. Okay, that should be good. Where is the exit over there? Where is there? Where is that? Oh, okay. Hello, fellas. There we go. GG's, thank you, thank you, thank you. $47. Yes. Awesome. Number 33 on the globals. Nice. Love to see it. Argus 107. He's always so fast. Globals Yeah, this is just... I don't believe this. Argus, I know is for real, but Jazz, yeah. He's cheating. Victor Wen. Not a lot of channel joined. Nice. Purple did it in 307. Okay. Okay, very nice. Exit. Okay, so that means it's almost 5:30, so I gotta start dinner. So that means it's gonna end right here, and I think Red is streaming again, right? She should be. No. Well, Seth is streaming. We'll go there. He's playing Hitman. So if you are here for the drop, the Vuvuzela drop, then I got you covered. We're going over to Sephiroth. He's also playing Hitman, so time is total time watched over the several channels if need be. So yeah, and he's playing regular missions. Okay, story missions. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I don't know if there's another stream this weekend. Certainly not tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. Yeah, just keep your eyes peeled, and if not, then I will see you guys next Friday. And yeah. And if I don't see you any more this weekend, then have a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of the Friday, and I'll see you guys later. Bye now.